Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2026, and it's day number 378 where I'm wearing the incredible X39. And the countdown is on to my 50th birthday. 145 days are left. And I want to talk about something today. Do you buy something that is only trendy? I ask you this question. Then I will follow up with today's workout, which is a 10-minute HIIT and pull exercises. So, the question, do you buy something that is trendy? Lots of people do. And the biggest trend that's happening right now is peptides. Peptides. P-E-P-T-I-D-E-S. And when I see ads for people that are younger than me, in their 40s, or entering the 40s, and they say, oh yes, you got to get peptides to increase your muscle synthesis, increase your skin, improve this. Why is this happening? Who is leading this process? Is it pharmaceutical companies? If they couldn't get you with this, they're going to try to get you with this in another way. Or they got you with this and they messed with your DNA. Now they make you think that you need to inject some peptides. Either it's here or it's here. Right here. What's happening with the world today? What is going on? I ask this question. And who is falling victim to this? I asked somebody, are you that dumb? Are you that dumb? This person, if you're watching, are you that dumb? They say, oh, I might not be that dumb, but I'm a good businessman. At what expense would you do that? There are things that people will do for money, but peptides? Mm-mm. Because I don't like the idea of bypassing your digestive system. Why do you have a stomach? Why do you eat? Why? Why were you given one? Why are you given a digestive system? If you want to go inject peptides, then go get your stomach removed and your small intestine. Like seriously. Get your kidneys removed. See how long you live. It won't be very long. Because your body has these systems in place so that way you reap the benefits of what this world has to offer. But people still buy something that's trendy. What on earth is going on? That's why I have respect for lots of people that are fighting against this, because it's basically a bait and switch scenario. Not good. The body is designed to work with a combination of things. It has always been this way, and it will always be this way. But somebody's trying to play God. And who is it? I'll tell you, it's not me. Mm-mm. And it's not those that are trying to fight against it. So if you think you need a peptide to inject in your body, think long and hard about it before you consider it. And think about why you have a digestive system to begin with. If you want to bypass that, then you're basically accelerating your ticket to somewhere where you probably don't want to go right today. Just saying. Regardless if you're a good businessman or a businesswoman or not, there are certain things that people would do, and there are certain things that people would not do. And promoting peptides is not what I am doing. Not injecting them, at least. But learning how they're synthesized by your digestive system is crucial for your longevity. To live well, live long, live young. So it's important to make sure that you pump. You know, like you're going to pump gas in your vehicle so you can go somewhere? Well, you got to pump gas into your digestive system the same way. What's happening? If you're pushing a peptide, you're grasping at things, I think. And you're putting people at risk if you are promoting it to inject it. Because you don't need to. Eat well, sleep well, make good choices. Make sure you're getting light. Light is important. It's important for plants, and it's important for the human body. Like I said earlier, there are certain things that have always been a certain way, and they will always be a certain way. And with light, it's one of those pieces. You need it. How you get it, though, is important. Now, if you live in places where you get lots of sunlight, I've said, do you need to have something like this? Maybe not. But maybe having the cleanest and most absorbable water, could that be a benefit to you? Probably. Because there's lots of pollutants in the water. There's lots of prescriptions everywhere floating. Phthalates and all these other types of things that wreak havoc on your cellular structure, on your mitochondria, on your endocrine system. So are there things that you can do to offset that and improve your overall health and well-being? I would say so. Probably one of the reasons why I'm so shadow banned. Because I'm telling the truth. That's what I think. Oh, look. There's Phil. Hi, Phil. If you're watching. So, I've always said you can say all kinds of things, but it's another, you got to be able to prove it and back it up. And one way I'm trying to prove this to you is by showing up every single time right here, live, to demonstrate to you what you can do when you make good choices that are right for you. And for those who are around you. Can they benefit from that? It's a simple question. It's not rocket science. It's not designed to complicate things. It's very simple. And speaking of very simple, in order to feel the benefits of light therapy, this is one of those simple things that I use. And you can find it here. I know it works because I can smell it. And this patch here I'm wearing today, I can sense the smell activation, the change in my body. As bizarre as it sounds, I know it's happening. And when I put the X49, I've got one there, and I've got a second one here. Which is this guy. It activates the other peptide that you already have in your body. You just gotta flip the switch, essentially. And the light is what does it. It's activated through the process called photobiomodulation. And it's the deep infrared light. Not red light, infrared light. And your body emits this. Because if you go running outside in the dark and I'm wearing night vision goggles, I can see you with those goggles. But as soon as I take them off, I can't see you. Unless the moon is shining and then I see your shadow or something like that. Or if I have a high-powered light. That infrared light is what these things reflect back into your body, much the same as the deep infrared light that's emitted by the sun. So if you work night shift all the time, then guess what? This is probably going to be helpful for you in the long run. Is it good for you? Mm-hmm. It's a crucial piece of your overall health and well-being. It's crucial. You need it. If you're not getting the sun, the natural sun, then you got to find it somewhere. This is why it has strong therapeutic effects, and it has been studied that it has those therapeutic effects. And when you combine it with good minerals, such as salt and, in my case, deuterium depleted water, my athleticism shows. Try to keep up with me. I'm going to start increasing the tempo. I think last week I did 224 on Saturday, and there was one thing I noticed when I watched the replay, and it was where my heart rate didn't climb. And I drank very fresh, deuterium depleted. It was warm. The heat. So does that help with cardiovascular performance? I'm gonna try to keep this in the back of my mind for future episodes to see how it goes. Today I drank the cold version of that batch that I was making on Saturday. Does it have an effect? Or a difference? Not really. Maybe just in the rate of how quickly my body absorbed it. That's the only difference. Because one is cold and one is hot. The molecule is vibrating at a different speed, if you want to call it that. And when water is hot, it bubbles, right? When you're boiling it, so it's vibrating. When it's cold, it's either not moving fast or it's frozen. So does that have an effect on the activity or vibration inside your body? It would. I think so. Because when blood is 94% water, you want the cleanest and most absorbable, but maybe the highest vibration too. And so when your body is warm, your fingers can move fast. I can play my accordion really fast. You can run faster, right? There's benefits to that. But then if you're too hot, then you're going to start sweating. Your body's going to try to regulate itself. But it's important to know the differences in that and how your body responds. So today the temperature down here, it's kind of cold actually. I'm going to take the temperature. So the wall there, you can see 15.7 degrees Celsius, which is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's chilly down here. I gotta start moving. So with that, today's exercises are going to be, going to do the 10-minute HIIT. So you can see there's the heart rate monitor. And I will turn this on. Okay. I will set the metronome at, I just realized, at 175. And the exercises that I will do today will be with the bands. So I've got attached to the ceiling. You can see they're crisscross here, and one. And I will be either anchoring them on my elbow or on my wrist to make sure that I'm getting focused tension onto the lats, which is the pull. So I'll be doing a pull-up, a latted pull-up, right? So you can see here, I'm not, I haven't done any reps. I just tested one or two and without really doing much. And you can say, without doing much, my physique shows, right? And and I will be using the vibration plate as well to create extra disturbance. So I'll be doing the pull-ups, the chin-ups, then I'll do rows. Then the fourth exercise will be a brachialis. So I'll be putting bands under my feet. And then I'll be doing the pelican, which is from calisthenics. I like to have that stretch on the bicep and then working the bicep from a stretched position. And then I'll do a preacher, which is not from a stretched. And they will also include the vibration as part of that. So let's begin with today's workout. So I've got the list of exercises there. And are you ready? Oh, I just realized my metronome is not showing, so I'm just fixing this here. There we go. So I'm going to set the tempo at 170. 175. And why is it not playing? Let's try this one more time here. There we go. So with the tempo higher at 175, it's going to feel more brisk. So we'll set the time minute, hit there. And so it'll be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So 30 seconds with the higher tempo. So with today's beaded rope, let's begin. 45 seconds. We're going to match the 175 pace. All right. Ready? So, feels good? All right, ready? Ah. Oh my goodness, really? My. A little bit faster that time. All right. Feels good. Very good, actually. I can sense the I can sense the activation that I'm receiving from the X49. A little fiber bothering me. So I'm just gonna adjust this down. Grabbing a little bit more of a more deuterium depleted water. All right, so now I'm going to do the straight arm hang, or whatever you want to call it, dead man hang. So that's where I'm going to hold on to the bar here. One thing I did was I hit my my pinky finger on the rope, but specifically the handle when I was crisscrossing. So it hurts a little bit today. But we'll see how this goes. So, 3, 2, 1. I don't know how long that was, but because I started counting when it was starting to begin to hurt a little bit. So if I can get to 10, so when I say 10, 0, 1, 2, that's what I'm indicating to get to 10. So, all right. So with the lat pull downs, I'm gonna change setup here, and yeah, that's about center. So with the vibration plate, I'm either going to sit or kneel on it. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. If I do the elbows, then I'll kneel on it this way. But what I'm going to do is actually crisscross them. So that way there's a bigger stretch at the beginning of the movement. Let's begin. So here I am. try just sitting this time. Now, so this is a slightly different feel. The biceps get involved a little bit with this version, so they help. All right. This time I will face towards the wall. That way I can see what's happening with the lats. For this one, I'm not going to crisscross the bands on the elbow. This time, now I'm going to just switch to the palms. exercise, I'm going to switch to doing rows. So this is where I'm going to take the bands off the ceiling here, and I'm going to transfer them to the wall. So I'm going to use the same ones. This one's going to go here. Spider. I don't know if he's gonna. So, some are, yeah, there. What I want to do is actually have enough tension because of the length of my arms. I want to be far enough away from the wall, so that way if I switch to holding the bands, I want a little bit more stretch. Just a little bit. Not much. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to attach these to the elbows. So that way when I'm rowing, I stretch right at the top, here at the beginning, so I can adjust the distance. That's good. Okay. So here I have full stretch I can feel in the lat. A little bit more amplitude. Just gonna put that weight there so I have a little bit of a foot stop. Feet are sliding a little bit, which I don't like. So here, when you're rowing, you want to make sure that you're extending your elbows behind your back, all the way through. You can lift them up like this, wave them through. Sit straight up. That way you hold a proper posture. Muscling it through. Now I'm going to switch to holding the bands with my palms, or with my wrists, so to speak. So here I am, just a little farther away on the vibration plate to make sure I have that tension here at the beginning of this at the stretch point, so I can feel the bands are tugging. you try not to grip with your hands, so that way let your wrists hold onto the ankle strap. So that's it for the rows. Next up is going to be brachialis. So that's where I'm going to take didn't think about what weight to use. With the brachialis, it's lifting so your palms are facing down like this and you lift up. So you could do it this way. That gets more when you turn your palms upward, so holding a supinated position, it works more of the long head. And the reason why I know this is because I can feel it, just based on how the supinated grip activates this muscle here. I want to focus more on the brachialis, so palms down and then lifting. So with that, oh yes, I will need the vibration plate, I just realized. Brachialis. So I'm going to use the red bands for this, in addition to the ankle straps that I just took off the other bands. So one is going to go on each side here. Then I'm going to use the door stops, or the door anchors, as I say. And these will go underneath my feet as opposed to putting the bands underneath my feet. And the reason for that is to preserve the life of the bands. So I'm using just the equipment that I have that comes with the system, just in a good way. So this extends the life. So by stepping on the bands here like this, but I don't want to stress on that cable unnecessarily. That's not good. So let me fix myself here. So what I'm doing is actually stepping on the very end of the and then holding it like this, so palms down, and with them crisscrossed. I'm going to crisscross them, so there's a little bit more tension just at the bottom there, because it takes the slack out. Alright, so here we go. So by holding having the bands kind of close, or your thumbs close to your torso like this, you could put them like this, have your palms, and then you can get both at the same time. That way you get the brachialis, and it's relatively the same position. So you can keep your elbows tight, make sure they don't lean out. My elbows or my knees are locked as well, so that way the vibration is traveling all the way up my body. And you can see probably my shirt flapping to indicate that. So, holding it here. A few explosives. Hold the palms like this, so that way the hand, they don't help each other inadvertently. You can start to feel the activation and the tension that's getting put on the brachialis, which is good. Can do this a variety of different ways. If you want it to lay down onto the vibration plate and anchor the bands to the wall, if you don't have door anchors like I do, you can do that and still reap the benefits of using the vibration as part of the movement. And all you have to do is make sure that your elbows are staying beside your torso and then lifting them up. So you can change the angle like this a little bit, so it's a little wider. Holding it here, so it's kind of like doing a tibialis. Brachialis, same thing. Feels good. I could certainly feel it. Okay, the next exercise is going to be the pelicans. So that's where I'm going to take a heavier band, actually, because I'm finding that I'm at that point where I have the strength for it. So I'm going to take the blue band, I'm going to attach it at the knee height here, so just above my knee, more or less. And then take the ankle strap that I just used, put that on one side, attach this to the other, and the pelican is basically taking so doing it this way and then lifting. That's the pelican. And with the vibration, okay, I really like training this way because of how it makes the muscle activate with less weight. And in order to execute the movement too, you have to stay stiff like a pencil, if you want. That's the best way to describe it. So, you know, I'm trying not to, I want tension right at the very stretch point, and then doing it that way. So today is going to be a bit of a test because of the tension, the increased tension. So that's what I'm looking for. There we go. I can already feel the difference. So by locking the knees, that ensures the vibration is traveling up to my shoulders, the shoulder joint, and into the bicep. So by leaning forward a little bit, I'm able to lock the knees but maintain that pelican position. So that way the tension is being put right on the bicep, starting at the stretched position. So I'm just curling it up slowly. You can widen out the elbows like this if you wish to get a little bit of the short head. You can change to hammer type curl, so to get more of the long head at the stretched. Stretch it out like that. Really, a really nice feel. Now I'm switching to straight bar. Switch to hammer. Next, last but not least, is going to be preachers. That's where I'm going to take the step up bench here and I'm going to raise the angle of I think I did 2 last week. I'm going to try 1 this week. So, there we go. I need the towel in addition to the exercise ball that I have here. So, all right, so this band here, with it being heavier than last week, more resistance. I can certainly feel the difference already. And what I'm going to do is put my feet towards the center position of the vibration plate to reduce the amplitude, but the vibration will be still very fast, especially when it transitions to higher speed. So, V1, let's go. So basically, with a smaller amplitude, it basically switches back and forth much faster. So the variation of Now I'm going to switch to hammer. I could feel the fatigue already because of the pelicans I did. Gosh. God. Oh. Wow. Okay. Straight bar. Ah. Oh my. Whew. Wow. So, that's it for preachers. Feels good. So, if anybody says that vibration training is not good, they're lying to you. They are lying. So, today's date stamp, April 27th, 2026. Starting time was at 2:39 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My max heart rate I hit today was 173, which was at the very kind of the beginning of the interesting how that one peak there you see, and then just kind of climbs up, every 30 seconds. So my seeing that sawtooth there is pretty interesting, largely because of how it all went. And then during the balance of the workout, you can see where I did the hang at the beginning, right here in the center, and then stayed relatively. Oh, there was quite a wonder what happened there. So obviously my heart rate recovery is good, doesn't lie, and I think using the X49 has something to do with that, because now getting those high heart rates is kind of it's not as often now. I don't know what it is, and I'm holding my breath, if you want to call it, just breathing really relaxed and calm, and you could see my pace when I'm pressing, matching the tempo of 175 today for the warm-up for the high intensity, and it's showing okay. So I'm doing good, and that doesn't lie either. right? So, and 1 meal a day. I'm not getting 1.6 grams of protein per pound. I'm not. But if you go back to last week's episodes, I give you some clues to what I'm also doing. And it's completely natural. That's all I will say. And there's something to it. And I've been doing it now for I started at the beginning of this year. I restarted it. I tested with this many years ago, and I got reminded about it, and I said, yeah, okay, I gotta do it again. And so that's when I started, and I think it's starting to show. So, and if you want to have a nice physique, nice athletic physique that's strong, that's agile, that's responsive, and you got power on tap. When I say I think I'm a good trainer, I think so. I learned from the best, and I give Jeff the credit because I've got a lot of respect for him. And I watched his episode earlier today about food portions, and I still practice those habits that I learned from him. So if anybody says, "Oh, you're not certified," I'm like, well, I think this tells you something. And my continued ability to demonstrate that from an athletic standpoint. So, if you like what you see, please support me with that, or buy yourself a vibration plate. Click on the links in the description. You'll find it there, or visit GoDaddySites.com. unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com, and it would essentially be unlockyourbioenergy.com, but I got to pay for the subscription or the services, and I can't do that yet. So I need your help with your support. So if you like to experience the benefits, I'm here to help motivate you and to support you. Because it's not hard, you just need to be consistent with it. And don't buy into a trend. That's my advice for today. We'll see you tomorrow for Tacky Tuesday. Eat well and sleep well. And don't forget. Bye.